drop, look at shorty, she support ride, lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Chargers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run it here. This is James White. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. That's complete to White. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got his man, that's Harry. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm, let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot, and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Wait, set. Ready? Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Pick your game up.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st down, Swift. And he's got some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one 28 yards on the ground. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot. Everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Watson on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. They'll run on first down. Swift. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Ronald Blair on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. Swift. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
And that's one of the... You like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down.
He's coming. Double up, double up. Double up.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? We're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's White trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. No score after one on EA Sports. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And running with power here. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But they're also...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lawrence Guy. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He's the reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted, but the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation. Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They're going for it. It's Watson, and it's complete. Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, it's Brady, and he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Well, former 7th-round pick Julian Edelman just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert him to being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Brady gives this to White. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Mohamed Sanu with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
From the gun on third, Watson. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Getting set to go again, Mohamed Sanu is marching back onto the field now. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Brady. It's complete. James White. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Again, it's Brady. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Mohamed Sanu. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Yeah, they'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Flush to his right. And he comes back with one complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, it's Watson. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend. So lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll get started out in Denver. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Cole Beasley, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we make the trip east as we head all the way to Jacksonville to check on the Jags. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Matt Ryan has thrown a touchdown pass.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal. Now yardage. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
On first down, Watson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Right back to him on 1st down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
You go tight. You got tight. Now let's go.
On 2nd down, Swift looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's Watson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. Elsewhere around the NFL, 3rd quarter now in Los Angeles. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the 1st half. But now they've gotten their 1st sack here in the 2nd half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Got a man open. That's Harry. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a good 3rd quarter. He likes whatever adjustments were made at halftime, whether those were team adjustments or just him talking to himself.
And whatever that conversation was, it was pretty good because he is running really well here in the 3rd quarter. But I like to think it is a team adjustment. Offensive line, those big escorts of his, they figured out how to block a little bit better. He's found those holes to run through.
He has indeed. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first. Down.
Check. Mike 56. You don't want this.
Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. Watson going to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well. Go to something else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, Brady. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and blitz coming, and down he goes. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 15. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here's Brady, and a pressure gets to him again. Yannick Ngakoue, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
It's going to be a long day, offense.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked. The distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
56, like any egg. Check 56. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Get him.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys.
Go pick it up. Under pressure, they got him again. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain of 39 that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back, They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Brady will try again on second down. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Brady to throw again. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Throwing now, Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. It got his man complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And that one results in 35 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays. Coverage
has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Let's go.
And the Chargers.
This is it. Here we go.
First and
13. Watch the time to go.
Now a first down throw. Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
I'm coming after you. Slam.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Pick it up. Switch. 20 points down, he's coming. 25, check 25.
On first down, Swift. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Set. 19. Stay with your man. Motion.
From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And Watson's going to throw it here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Check. Fresno. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go, D. Here I come again. 50.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And They are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though.
Tighten up, tighten up. Alpha.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
53. 57 is the mic. Here we go, here we go.
One final try now for Brady. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Southern California, so long, everybody.
Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad.